Hi, I'm Ian and I'm the Lonely Chef. And we have a fabulously funny show for you in the next half an hour. At the end of the show there's a number and I want you to jot it down and call me because, well, I'm single and I'm looking for a date and possibly a relationship and who knows, maybe even marriage. I'm looking to meet somebody special. I'm fabulously wealthy. I want to settle down and I want to share this wealth with that special person and just live happily ever after. So enjoy the show and hopefully we'll meet. Until we do, goodbye. Oh, one more thing. I do happen to lie an awful lot.
Lonely, I've been searching for so long. Lonely, only hoping you're the one who will change my life and make these dreams come true. Lonely, the time goes on and on. Lonely, still searching for the one. I would sail the 7 oceans and cross the burning sand till the day I find you, never to be lonely again.
Oh, God, I'm the most beautiful girl in the world, and I don't have any blood left. She must have taken about 45 pints of blood out of my arm. There's no bodily fluids left in my arm at all. Anyway, I managed to get a date with this young lady, and she's going to be coming through that door in about 25 minutes, and I've got to cook something up for her. I got to do it with only one arm. Well, now this lady is a nurse. She's absolutely gorgeous. I don't know what the heck I'm going to do here, but I got to get in the mood. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to be a brain surgeon. Yes, I've got all the tools for it. I'm going to be a brain surgeon, a one-armed brain surgeon, and I'm going to cook her up something special that's going to knock her off her feet. All right, I'll be back in just a second, so stay tuned. Well, we've got a beautiful meal for this young lady that's going to be coming through this door in 24 minutes. We're going to cook up a wonderful duck a la orange brandy sauce. And I guess I'm going to have to prepare as Dr. Jameson, get into the mood of this thing. First of all, I think rubber gloves are called for, as all good surgeons are wont to do. Yes. This young lady is going to have her taste buds sensationalized this evening, I can assure you. Well, let's get to the patient, shall we? This is the duck. Now, as you can obviously see, this duck has expired quite recently, and we should make, as a matter of course, an examination of this little baby. Just make sure there's no hope for it. Let's see what we got here. Yes, looks... Oh, thought I heard something there for a moment. Had me worried. Might have to cut, you know. All right, well, first thing to do is take the giblets out. That's what we have to do. So, as you see, I'm wearing rubber gloves, and let's dig in, shall we? It's I can feel them. I'm pulling them out now. Now, the giblets consisting of the neck and kidneys and liver and so on are delicious for gravy and also for the sauce. So it looks kind of messy though, doesn't it? Anyway, what we've got to do here is prepare a wonderful dressing that you really should take note of. If you happen to miss these recipes, by the way, don't worry about it, because at the end of the show there's a number that you can call and you can get all these things so that you can take your time in following the recipe. Anyway, what we got to do, we're going to stuff this little baby with some ordinary croutons. These are the standard croutons that you get out of any store. We're going to put some grapes and oranges, and this mixture of fruit and the liqueurs is just going to seep through this duck until it's so tender and tantalizing and morselizing that once this young lady tastes this, well, what can I say? Anyway, let's start. Let's have a little of the, now I've put a little water on this, on the croutons here. I've also mixed in a few of the grapes, but what we're going to do is to take a real orange, very sharp knife, just going to cut this into wedges. Now, I'm going to leave the peel on the orange, and there's a reason for that. There's a lot of nutrients in the peel, and the taste of these oranges as they bake with the duck in the oven just sort of seeps through the duck, and it just adds that real orangey taste. So here we go. First of all, we'll put in a couple of nice wedges of orange. Put a little crouton in there. Now, what we'll also do is take some grapes. And it's important when you put these grapes into the duck. These have all been washed, of course. Just pull them off of the little vine here. Stuff them in. And finish off with some more croutons. We'll get this orange off of here. We'll save those for later. And just close up the duck. Oh, one more thing. I have one more thing. I've forgotten one more thing. The orange brandy. Now we're going to put an injection of orange brandy into this duck, and this will also help to enhance the, let me see if I can find a bowl here. It's a careful operation. About that much. All right. Now, of course, we have the necessary items, if you know what I mean. Here we go. We plunge together. Good stuff. And we put it right into the duck. Actually, I think it probably needs two. It's about that, right? Put it into the duck. Now, can you imagine what that's going to do? You can see that's all mixing with those croutons, the grapes, and the oranges. It's going to be absolutely delicious. So, what we'll do is we'll get this ready for the oven, and then we'll be coming back to do a sauce. There's a couple of more things that I need to do. First of all, we'll get the roasting pan. We'll put this in here. And we need a little pepper on there. Surgical steel roasting pan, this one. And when this comes out of the oven after about an hour and a half to 2 hours, it's going to be deliciously brown and crispy. And then we'll put the dressing on, and that dressing you'll see as we make it, it's going to be absolutely delicious. And only about 20 minutes left to when that young lady comes through the door. So let's get it ready for the oven, and I'll be right back in just a couple of minutes to finish off this meal and the other vegetables. So we'll see you then. You know, it's amazing what a pair of rubber gloves does to a person. You feel truly like a powerful, godlike creature. I think that's why they get into medicine, just so they can wear these gloves. It's kind of neat. Anyway, what we've got to do, the duck is merrily roasting in the oven. We're down to about 15 minutes before this gorgeous young lady is about to walk through that door. To finish this dish off, what we're going to do is prepare this magnificent sauce, which we will put over the duck when we serve it, or just slightly before. And we're also going to prepare a wonderful dessert. It's cantaloupe stuffed with strawberries and whipped cream. And that little nurse is just going to be coming through in just 14 minutes, so I better get cracking. All right, first thing. Now this is an orange brandy sauce. First thing, we've got the oven on over here, and there's a number of other things that we have already cooking. You can see that we have some delicious little potatoes, all nicely peeled. We also have some carrots just quietly perking away there, because I always think that, you know, they add a lot of color. And we also have some fresh garden peas. But what we're going to do is basically work with this thing here. And what I'll do is I'll move this out of the way a little bit so that you can see that. Oops, turn the wrong one off there. Turn the wrong one off again. Boy, there we go. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to almost kind of burn these oranges here, because we want to bring out the taste. Now, this is kind of unique because, well, these are the canned oranges. We're going to use some fresh, but we want to use the texture of these canned oranges. You can buy them in any grocery store. Just let me drain them just a touch here. Now you'll hear these sizzle as I put them into the oven. You ready for this? Oh, sorry, not the oven, the stove here. Are you ready? Isn't that great? All right, now the interesting part is, and this is very sensuous, some fresh honey. Now, look at that. Oh, those little babies just sizzling away there. This is going to be absolutely delicious. Now, we have to put in a little brown sugar, so we'll do that. Oops, here we go. Now, what this sugar does, it tends to caramelize as you cook this up. And when you put it onto the duck, you have this nice glazing effect. So it's pretty nice. Remember this. Just stir that around. Oh, you can smell the honey in there and the oranges. Just delicious. Now, what we're going to do is put a little white sugar in there, again, to caramelize. It's kind of sweet and rich, but, well, she's a special lady. You know, there's something special about nurses. No, I'm serious. There's something special about nurses. Besides the rubber gloves that they wear and draining the blood out of your arm every time you go to see them. I mean, I've never been in a hospital very much, and I take my hat off to nurses because they do a terrific job. So nurses, wherever you are, that's my plug for you. You're special people. You do a special job. Thank you very much on behalf of all the lonely chefs out there. And remember to call me, because I am the lonely chef. All right. Now that tastes, I think, just absolutely delicious as that's perking away. I'm just going to touch this. Oh. This is a nectar beyond belief. All right. Now what we do is we take a little orange concentrate, just normal orange concentrate. We put that in. Now can you imagine this going over that sizzling duck? Just sliding down that crusty breast of duck. It's just... All right, I know where your mindset's at. Okay, now you can smell that honey, the orange. Oh, it's delicious. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get a little more of this orange brandy. This is, oh, I wish you could be here to smell this, because this is beyond belief. It's like heaven. Now we put in about this much. Now, I never use measuring cups. Instead, I prefer to go by glugs. That's been my experience. When I was in the hotel business, we did everything by glugs. So we could do 3 glugs is just the right amount. Did you hear that? That's 2 glugs, 3 glugs. All right. We stir that around. We just let that caramelize a little. Now while that's cooking, oh, this is just so wonderful. Oh, I can smell that. Oh, all right, let's get on to the, I get excited by food. It's sensuous. Romance and food goes together. Come on, where have you been? So, dessert, even more sensuous food. What we're going to do, take one of these little babies, nice little cantaloupe, just slice it in half. We're going to scoop out the center. Just use the rubber gloves here. Just get rid of that into the waste paper basket. And you have that. There. Now, looks a little messy, but in fact, I think I'll just wash this out. Just get rid of those last seeds. So stay with me. Now, we're ready. Now what we have is some fresh strawberries, and I actually went out and walked about 30 miles this morning just because I knew that I would be able to meet somebody special and I would have a date today. I went out and walked about 30 miles through dense underbrush to this very secret strawberry patch that I know. I also jumped across 8 frozen rivers. Now, on top of that, I did some crevice jumping, and I went down the ice, and the little strawberry patch is an alpine strawberry patch. I picked these strawberries, I came all the way back, and here they are. And these strawberries are absolutely delicious. Can you see these here? Now, what we're going to do with this is also put a little orange brandy on it. Now, we don't need any wine at this dinner. 2 glugs on this one. I wish you could smell this stuff. This is just delicious. I wish you could be here. Why not be here? Come on in. Okay. All right, we have this. We're going to get some cream going, some whipped cream. What did I do with the whipped cream? I'll stir this a little here. This is caramelizing nicely. And whipped cream. I know it's here somewhere. I'm just going to put it in the blender. Here we go. You know, a lot of chefs will show you how they whisk stuff, you know, which is always good, but I prefer the easy way. Look at this stuff here. It's just delicious. That's ready, and all we do is scoop in some strawberries. You can actually let these sit for a while in the refrigerator, but scoop in some strawberries into the center of this with that liqueur under there. Does that look good? Ooh. Stir this at the same time. And then we'll put these onto some special little plates. And we'll put a little whipped cream on. Now, I don't want to get this too thick, because if it's too thick, well, it sort of misses something. I like it sort of dripping. Oh. We'll put a little on this one. We'll serve that up on a little platter, a little silver tray, and that'll be very, very nice. Now we'll put this aside, and we'll get the duck out of the oven, and we'll just put these over here. One there, one over here. We'll get the duck out of the oven. I'll get these mitts. Let's see what this duck looks like. We're down to about 3 minutes before this girl comes through the door. Oh, look at this. Oh. Ooh. Absolutely delicious. Now, what we need to do is to have a tray. And we will somehow or other lift this out before this girl comes through the door. We'll put that sauce on. Now, not quite sure how to do this because I don't have the right tools, so I'll just lift up this little baby. And there you have it. Now, what we got to do is just put the sauce on. Everything will be ready for this girl. Oh. Are you ready for this? All right, everything's ready. We'll be right back. Oh, she's here. I got to change. I'll be right back. Stay exactly where you are. My date has arrived. Okay, everything's right. You've no idea how nervous, you've no idea how many bars of antiperspirant I went through. It's been so long since I've had a date. Everything looks good, the duck, the red wine, the dessert is just great. Anyway, this young lady's name is Lisa, and she's absolutely gorgeous, so let's go over to her and just check. I just want to make sure in the mirror that I look pretty good. How do I look? What a dog. Lisa, come on in. Hey. Hey. Well,
Brought you some wine.
thank you very much. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Well,
You must
thank
have
you.
recovered nicely from today.
Yes. Let me take your coat.
Thank you.
Well, don't you look wonderful too?
Oh, thank
Well,
you.
just a couple of wonderful guys together. Anyway, listen, we've got a wonderful meal here for you, Lisa. Come on in and
my.
can I sit you down here?
Oh, yes. This looks wonderful.
Well, thank you.
Did you do all this?
Well, sort of. I had some help with some medical equipment, but other than that, it's pretty good. Let me pour a little more wine for you, and
Oh,
perhaps we
thank you.
can have a little toast or something. Have you got an idea for a toast? Or...
Oh, we could toast to this delicious meal.
Well, why don't we taste to something even more special? This meal may be great, but it's surpassed only by your beauty, my dear.
Oh, my.
Oh, I can't believe I said such a sleazy thing.
Oh, I don't mind.
Hey, listen, let me serve you a little and let's dig right in here. For a copy of the program or the Lonely Chef cookbook, or to be my special guest, call 1-800-665-CHEF. Or if you'd like to write to me personally, my address is P.O. Box 740, Everson, Washington, 98247. And when taping The Lonely Chef, I stay at the beautiful Fantasyland Hotel and Resort, which is part of the adventure of the West Edmonton Mall. Join me.